Tlingit Language, Kake dialect, Vision Impairment series, interacting with others. If you haven't seen the intro to the Vision Impairment series, please do so. Pictured here are 4 characters. Our featured character Thomas is standing on the left. In front of him are 2 young children and a young woman in a wheelchair. The first child has an orange cheek, pink glasses, and a blue forget-me-not flower in her ear. She is wearing teal overalls and black shoes. The second child has a pink cheek and is slightly bigger than the first. She is wearing a pink dress with a blue ribbon and black shoes. The young woman has a green cheek and silver glasses. She wears a purple shirt and blue pants. She is sitting in a black wheelchair. Her name is Anna, and she will be featured in the Wheelchair User video series. Now that we've met the characters, let's get started. Thomas is standing with the pink dressed child in front of him. She is holding up a drawing with scribbles on it. She says, "At outleqan." Look at this. Thomas says to her, "Tlilawakhatin." I can't see that. The girl lowers her drawing and looks down at the floor. She says, "Akatchatsewakak." I forgot. Thomas responds, "Qayati." It's okay. Achin kananika dot. Tell me about it. The girl raises her head. Instead of Qayati, Thomas could also say Tlelwasaute, which means the same thing. Thomas is now with the girl that wears overalls. Between them on the wall is a pink poster. There is something written there, but the font is very small. The girl asks Thomas, "Dasawa aududzichit." What did they write? Thomas squints at the poster. He says, "Tlelkden qatio." I can't read it very well. But I will try anyway. On the screen is the pink poster enlarged. The text says, "Don't pick your noses." Pictured here is a classroom with a chalkboard. A teacher is standing, pointing at what she wrote on the chalkboard. She calls to the whole class. Everyone, can you read this? Thomas's head pops up at the bottom of the screen. He says, "Tlek yageyach kashahit." No, write it bigger. Let's imagine that the teacher's question was different. Instead of calling out to everyone, she directly speaks to Thomas, since she knows he has a vision impairment. She says, "Thomas, idatiuge?" Thomas, can you read this? Thomas can simply respond with "Tlek." No. We zoom in on the chalkboard. It says, "Shkashnigi aya." It literally means, "These are words." Here is a similar situation. Thomas is standing on the right. Anna is across from him, holding up a piece of paper with something written on it. It is written too small. Thomas says to her, "Ach tuasiguyage ach kashihidi." I want you to write it bigger. Now let's imagine there are 2 people involved in writing on this paper. Anna is holding up the paper with a young child. The child has a yellow cheek and wears a green shirt. They both look at Thomas. Thomas says to them, "Ach tuasiguyage ach kashihidi." I want you guys to write it bigger. The screen now shows the 2 previous panels. The left has just Anna, and the right has Anna and the child together. The difference between Thomas's 2 questions lies in the last word. For one person, Thomas uses kashihidi. For 2 or more people, Thomas uses kashihidi. 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 We are now looking at a singular panel. Finally, the 2 of them have rewritten the words on the paper. The paper says, Wasawa. What's up? Thomas smiles and says, Khatiwa wayidat. I can read it now. The screen shows the Seek Speak logo. Just a brief note, there is not much difference between telling someone a command to write it bigger versus saying, I want you to write it bigger. It is not rude to say it in command form the way Thomas said it to the teacher. Gonna sheesh for watching.